The Deep Talk with Mr. Henry.
Thank you so much for still watching The Deep Talk. If you're watching for the first time, this conversation is also available on YouTube yange. I am Mr. Henry. Make sure you catch us every Sunday. I'm still with Asan Kasingye.
Yes.
What do you call DJ? Many people do not know
DJ.
That. What haven't you done in this world?
Simanye.
So how do you become a DJ and why do you drop out as a DJ?
First thing, I think the things we do in families. Okay?
Yeah.
I grew up seeing my father with a record player. And
cassette. Record player.
Record player.
Yes.
Record player. So all the functions that were in the village and the neighboring villages, they used to come. Nebajipangisa.
Yes.
Na agenda. So sometimes I would go with him.
Yes.
Ngatamanyinze mutambulira, you know.
Yes.
So when the people begin to dance to whatever, then they come and say, Mutabani wolowoza tali wano.
Yes.
Yeah, so sometimes I would operate it. I would choose whichever, you know, amabare, no gamanya amabare ga record player.
Yes.
So I would choose whichever you want, I put it there and I play. And I think that thing remained in me.
Yes.
And so when I went to Makerere University, I saved some little money and I bought machines. So I bought a cassette player, because that time, which is double. I bought loudspeakers. I think there were 4 or 5. I bought some. There are speakers which had lights. Now you have different lights. But that time you could buy speakers which had lights, like Sankei speakers. They had lights. And then I bought to
university wainamu kasente.
Yeah, ku university batuwanga ku sente, batuwa boomu, ne batuwa sente z'ebitabo. Olusi tugula ebitabo ne tubitunda mu nsonyi wa university ebitabo twabitunda. Yes, twabitunda ebitabo nga tujjayo ebitabo ebyetagala ne tubitwala ne tubitunda mu secondary schools n'awalala. So I am sorry about that. Naye twayita. So then I would when I go home to holidays, then I would play, and then I get some money, which I would use at the university. Naye ne Chaliru Begono, naye ya inspiring kubanga he had started his music at the university.
Yes.
Yeah. So and we're in the same hall. He was even our entertainment minister. So that's where when I saw him, you know, playing around in the halls and so yes, so I was a DJ.
Okay, wow,
yeah.
Fantastic. But scratching.
Yeah, because now things have become very much automated. But for us, it wasn't that easy. Yeah.
As a man who has a family, walingo okola emyaka gyonna omanyi bagamba ebintu bino ebya family, you have to balance time between, you know, your family mukyale waka n'abaana. Did you being in the forces ever affect that? Did you ever feel like waliwo empiso yakufumitibwa, not having enough time for your family?
The kind of work I was doing, or the kind of work my colleagues are doing there, it doesn't allow them to be with their families all the time as they would have wished.
Yes.
Actually, sometimes the children even didn't see me. My children, my firstborn, second, third, I don't think they saw me, because they would wake up very early in the morning. I'm still sleeping. By 5:30, they are going to school. But they have already done their homework and they are going to their bedrooms to sleep at 9. Say by 9 I haven't come. I am in the Galaxy radio. I'm talking about something. When will they see you? So weekends you are working. Yeah. So maybe Sunday, that's when they see you. So you miss that. The relatives in the village, they don't see you.
And those ones.
Yes, so so you miss that.
Are you now, do you feel like you're making up for it?
yes, I am making up for it, but they understand, they fully understand. You know, when you have your parents who are, and by the way, the work of journalists is even worse than the police. If you are committed to your work, you have very little time to yourself.
Of course.
So it is almost the same time, but time etuuka n'oyagala catching up. Naye n'abaana benyini oba ne family ne mukyala wo, they get used. They get used to that. Yes.
Omukyala yayingirawo ddi?
Omuki?
In your life, I'm trying to imagine kati
yayingirawo olunaku luli ate omujjamu otya.
Olunaku olunoonya, olunaku like when do you know, marry, have the firstborn?
Yes, this was 91. I spent 1 year on duty. I'd spent 1 year on duty. That book, by the way, that book, if you read it, it will tell you that I finished university without a girlfriend. That book, yes, I'm telling you.
Why? How?
I am telling you.
By senior 6, abana benaku zinonga yafunyedde omuntu we. By senior 6, university first year, second year, awotandise olaba whether onamutwale wako bati omutwale waka.
Nakola entebe omwaka gumu, almost emyaka ebiri, from January 1990 to September when I got married in 1991, without anybody coming to my house that is a girlfriend. Without Nkasina na ex. I'm telling you the truth.
Why?
I wrote it in the book. I wrote it. You hear anybody saying you olimba, wari boyfriend one, and that is it.
It was your principle as you. Over just obudde wali tobuina.
I think when I got Makerere, there was something for us. We came late because we were cut off from Katonga, so we got to the university late. And they started the crash program. Now that crash program, we were studying day and night to catching up n'abasookayo, so that when we go to the second year, then we are all at par. Naye jjukira bo balina omwaka ffe batuwadde emyezi 3 okumala okusoma ebintu by'omwaka tulina okubisoma. So tusoma during the day, n'ekiro tuva mu class essaawa 6-7. Kati obudde obunoonya girlfriend oba obujjawa. Secondary tutya okugwa. University at that time didn't have baziyita when oba ogudde retake. Saawulirangayo nti somebody did retake. Nedda. You have to pass. Okay?
You either pass or you pass.
Ekirala tetwali nze okulaba a student of Makerere University n'aleeta emotoka n'agiparkinga awo kyali Lubega Mbundu. There was this Mbundu abo be nalaba nga bavuga gundi. Naye we were what were they called? People who didn't have the means, the money to be, to do whatever you want to do. You can't. It
was serious business at school.
Serious business at school. You are not going to that to get that little money of DJ. Mbogende mu Africa Hall ononye girlfriend. Bwabaze, where are you going to get money to buy blue band, jam, bichi, siju?
I want to feel like standards ya university ebiseera ebyo ne yakati zaawukana nnyo. Abana kati enafu zino bali mu masape.
Yes, naye for us we are in ties, in suits, and then you see somebody moving with a girlfriend and everybody, they are looking like, ate for me I was in Livingstone Hall, temukuba nduru, temukola ki. If you do that, bakutwala mugundi mu court, in senior common room. It was a serious matter like that. But anyway, the second point was I didn't have the means to do that.
Yes.
But the third point was, I think, you see, somebody who's going to be serious in life, you must start it. Early. Don't tolerate and waliwo ebiseera byogenda kuba serious nti ngenda kutuula ntandiko nange ngenda kukula.
Mu December omwaka ogujjanja beera serious.
Omuntu ali serious oba omulaba kabeere n'emyaka 20 oba omulaba tojja kungamba toyina abakazi batano, you know, girlfriend one or girlfriend eri, girlfriend eri, or you are going to outgrow that. You are not serious. Simply, you are not serious.
People with many girlfriends.
No, you cannot. Yeah, you jump on this one, you go on this one, you go on this one, on Omulimbo, your Sasula, your Sente Maker, your Korachi, that I am going to be serious in the future. You are going to be worse. So, for me, I think that that the focus that one has starts it in earlier life.
Yes.
It starts it in earlier life.
Yeah.
And at the university, it was not very difficult for us to see where we were going. So for us, we were seeing exactly where we are going. AIDS
Yes, yes.
Twatya nnyo AIDS ebiseera ebyo tewali ddagala ng'olaba omwana, you know, and you die.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, so every time, you know, batekawo gundi kuhoro, you know, balese kondomu ziri mugundi. So even in these pathways of Makerere University, you see students, they are carrying condoms, these boxes of condoms, like they are carrying ebitabo. No manyanti, there was a huge problem. You go home and you look at somebody mbugunda what they ate, banang. So ekyo nacho techati sanzenzeka. I think many people were got scared of that. So then after that, when I went for training, 1 year training, this was in 1989. Obude bwa girlfriend obujawa.
I'm putting A and B together.
So now you understand.
Yeah.
Now when I go to Entebbe and I find a different class of society. Civil servants. Entebbe ababeranga mu Entebbe by PS, by ministers.
That's the time when it was still the capital?
No, it wasn't the capital. Yeah. But you know, Entebbe, that's where the ministries were.
Yes, yes.
Agriculture in Entebbe, health in Entebbe, works in Entebbe. You know, all these ministries were all in Entebbe. Okay? Public service was in Entebbe. So it was a society of people, and there were hostels of people who were working in Abakatandi Kokola in the government. So let me tell you, there was no time to be seen as a young person, and these people are higher in the government. So that one also, Entebbe is not a place where you go and then, Entebbe is a very closed society up to date. So you are not going to go into these things. Yeah.
So how do you trick our person now? With the background, because eventually it happened. After that 1 year.
Yeah, so I tried. So naye ngenda story ngenda kakola kampi.
Please.
Yeah, ngenda kakola kampi because I was there in office, and then there is this girl, she comes, and I think she had a case at the police station. A brother was in the cells. She didn't have a case, but her brother had, and so she wanted to bring tea, and then they said, no, tosobola mulaba, it is out of the time. Soko gende wa OC. So she comes to my office.
You were the OC?
I was the OC. Sawa nga 10. Yeah, so she comes, and then she says, I want to take tea. And, you know, where do you come from? No, I didn't ask all that. So I said, okay, you can go and take tea. Naye akawala kafuluma ne kava mu office ne ngamba bannange. This girl is hot. Yes, and she was a very beautiful girl.
Yes.
So she goes, she does. Now she comes to say, thank you so much. So
was a number.
There was no whatever. Sina sensaba okujja kokusaba singa ba CID basigala nga muganda we nga ajja wano nga muwolukusa. So anyway, she came the following day, and then that's when I asked, where do you come from? Barara, this and this and this and this and this. And then I said, can you escort me? We go, you see my house and whatever. You know, no, I don't. Don't you have a girlfriend there? I said, I'm the one asking you. You come and so she comes, she accepts, she goes, she sees, and then she goes back to the road, and then she goes back to Kampala. Okay? Now, that is when I was thinking, you know, I want to marry, I want a girlfriend, and here is a girl.
Yes.
But if you read that book, you will see how I got disappointed. Yes.
Menyerako kati.
No, okay, we agreed,
yes.
that she comes and visits me during the weekend. So she comes on, I think it was a Friday, to come and visit me. Now when she comes, because when she had come to the house, she looked like this at the house, you know. Osobola okulaba ennyumba y'omuwulu. Is that what is called in Uganda?
Yes.
Omuwulu. Yeah. Osobola okiraba. Yes. So when I think I had a bowl of food with a kijiko. I had one saucepan. Chichechera chenyumiriza chenaina. Those are naina flat iron. That nali wakabi.
Ekitanda kyaliwo.
Of course. Ekitanda kyaliwo. Naye nga okimanya ekitanda kya. You know, that kind of thing. Now when she came, naja n'amasowani, naja ne gundi, you know, forks, omuntu, you know, bw'abeeyi. I said, now, what is this? Ono muwala wani ono wa minister wachi, you know. She brought me even a shirt. I still remember that yellow shirt. By the way, I kept that yellow shirt. I think I kept it. It is somewhere. You still have it? I think I have it. Even my wife knows about that yellow shirt. Okay. She brought me a yellow shirt. You know, all these things. Naye, she was cooking. The story is there. I don't know. Why don't you go and read the story? She's there cooking. She's there cooking, and yes. I had decided. I put the TV in my bedroom. Then I am on my bed. I'm watching TV. But she's there. Yeah, she's there. She's there cooking. Bichi. Munange nange nari ndudewo kuri emereje basisi. Ngampulira asika. You know. For me, I'm used to boiling beans and eat. Now I think. And from then, I've never touched a woman's bag. I have never touched my wife's bag since then. Because she had put her bag, waliwo kagundi kano akapegi. Yes. Opego
hangline.
Twakobangamu emisumali. Yes. Mwenteeka engoye zange. Naye naleeta n'ateekako gundi bag ye. So nali ku kitanda bwenti nenjiraba. Nenyimirira bwenti nenjijjayo.
Wali opacha afande banaye.
And me, I told you I was not with this business of girlfriends. Now I didn't know what. I'm also learning.
Ngokwata ku bag.
Yes, because when did I have somebody visiting me with a bag? So you can't even blame me.
Yes.
So I open like this and I see an envelope. So I pick the envelope. Nenzizayo bag, and it was open. Nenzijamu ebaluwa. Okay? She had not sealed it. Naye she's the one writing it. Nga wandikira omusajja mwebaza sente zamuwadde bichi honey I will see you later blah 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 bwe bityo
akagwe.
So nesowani ze baguze sente omusajja ze yamuwadde. Nengamba banange mfudde ndowooza temucha ebyo byali bya myaka gyaffe tebikyaliwo ndowooza.
Ojja kutya afande.
Kweli
kati ebintu bizibu nnyo birala.
So anyway, by the time she comes back to bring the food, I was already a changed person.
You had switched off.
Yeah, because this is a senior military officer. Sija kugenda manya bichi ebyo. I can never do that. And here I have a young, beautiful girl, but who has a man. But now she's trying to get a young man to marry her. But she has
someone.
So I feared. I said no.
They broke your heart on your first encounter.
The following morning, and I told her at night, she said, what is happening to you? Bichi, no, this and this and this. The following morning, I told her, I am going to the village and I'm going to look for my wife. My wife is in the village. My wife is not in Kampala and
Entebbe. Kampala.
That's not where my wife is.
So you went to the village? I
went to the village. Nalemerako nagamba naye agenda Mbarara. Nemugamba there's no problem. Netula wa mu minibus, netugenda Mbarara. Nagenda ewaabwe, nange nengenda ewaffe Kabwohe.
You went on a mission to find
Yes, and when I reached there, I asked my brothers, I have come, is there any girl you know around? They said, then they laughed at me to cut the story short. That was on Saturday when I arrived. Yes. On Sunday we are going to this place, and it was not far. So I drove like between where I am, between my home and my wife's home is like 5 miles. So we rode a bicycle, and that was that. Even when I reached there, and I didn't try no Sungu.
Yes.
Yes. I just looked at her. She was sick. She had malaria. And then I looked at her. Then I said, "Can you give me a pen and a piece of paper?" So she asked her sister, small sister, go and bring a pen and a paper. So I wrote on. The paper is there in my book. My name is Asan Kasingye. I'm a son of John Kairukabi. I would like to marry you. Yeah, I would like to marry you.
Yes.
Anyway, so what are you saying?
Question mark. Quarter.
She opened, and that's where the eyes remained. She remained reading. Now she could not face me. She remained reading. Then she said, "Me, I'm still studying."
That's what she said.
Then I stood up. When you change your mind, you will tell me.
Yes. I'm interested in that story.
Yes, that is it.
I wish we had much more time. I would ask you how do we buy that book? That was going to be my
The book is 50.
Where do we find it and how do we buy it?
The book is in the bookstores here in Kampala. You can get it from Book Point in Bugorobi.
Yes.
You can find it in Aristoc.
Yes.
You can find it in Uganda Bookshop. You can find it in Pan-African store, bookstore at the Uganda Museum. Par Supermarket in Entebbe. Bazaar Bookshop in Entebbe. Airport Bookshop at the airport. You can also order with me.
Yes.
Send me a Twitter DM, send me a WhatsApp message. There's a gentleman called Yoga Man. Yes. Yeah, he has the books in it. But also in Mbarara, you can get it from Adit Bookshop. You can also get it from Allen Interiors. Yeah.
Find the book, it will change your life and you'll get to know much more about Asan Kasingye. As we conclude the conversation, when you look back to everything we've been saying, especially in the line of service, if you're called Nebagamba Asan, so would you go back?
Nga anakolinga
omukulembeze
mbagamba
nti kati nkwetaaga wano first come back from
the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief,
His Excellency.
Okay.
If he called you back,
do you know of any person whom the President can call and he says no?
It depends.
Then yeah, they may be there.
Yeah.
But for me, I am from the disciplined forces. Okay, that is my background. So when Commander-in-Chief deploys you,
yes,
you go.
You ready?
You cannot say to him no.
Yes.
But if you have a challenge, maybe you can go and tell him that maybe I have this challenge where you want, maybe I will not be able to manage.
Yes.
I don't know what reason you give him, but if he says that I want you to go and do this and this and this, yes sir, here I am. Yeah.
Do you ever sit down and think maybe you should have any political aspirations?
I have political aspirations when this happens. Number one,
yes.
Zomulimu gwange okugenda nenewandiisa nempayo sente zewandiisa naye abantu okujja ku rare okuba facilitatinga okukola ki ebyo byonna mwe abaagala mbeere member wa parliament mwe mwino zisasula bebalina ozisasula naye nze sijja kukwata mu nsawo nina akagundi ka retirement package kange nkateekeyo bakakube then what mbuulira then what
naye wofuna abasindikako ojja
nkyalina abaana bali mu P7. Okay, nina my 30 million nzisibiira aha hakikonda
I know.
Aha, tugende mu ki sijui twagala za ki sijui gunda agenda kukyuka sijui twagala tumutwalire kino sijui ebimanyi ate tezituuka na kutuuka.
Yes.
No, I like politics, I want to be a leader.
Yes.
But the politics now of Uganda, of money, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the money to put there. Simple.
Thank you for being honest. There are a lot of people, I think, that still mistaken you for being in office. Do you still get calls of people saying, Tuyambe kwano?
Yeah.
Afande,
Yeah.
do you ever get tired of that?
I will never get tired of serving people. I will never get tired of that woman who calls me and say, I have a problem in the home. My husband is beating me day and night. I will never stop or refuse to listen to that young person who needs, who has gone to the police and then they have not assisted. I will never stop listening to someone who wants even just only advice. Not that you are going to get involved. And if I can call someone in the police and say, someone is complaining about this and this and this, I actually do it every single day. And I want to thank all police officers whom I call, and then you assist these people. Yeah. And that's why I spent all my years in police doing. I wanted a scenario, a situation where people can call you and say, we have an issue here, and therefore, and then you come up and listen. Yes. I never worked for police that is going to keep quiet and be averse about people's issues and people's problems. So I still do that, and I will continue doing it as long as we help our people to come out of issues and problems.
We appreciate you for that. Everyone you've blessed, everyone you've helped, we really appreciate you for that. I found you at your offices today. You could be wondering, Tuli could tired.
Yes.
But there's someone out there that I'm tired.
Tayari is... Yeah. Tayari is a security company. Okay. Tayari security company. Tayari security company started operations 2 months ago.
It is still a young baby like that?
Yes. But I've been... so you can say we started last year to put up the company to be what it is now. Yes. So we started late August, and here we are. We are already in the field. We are putting a lot of efforts and a lot of experience, at least from me, being in the security sector. Yeah. So we now are providing elite security services. That's where we want to go. Yes. But as of now, we are providing guard services. But ours is going to be elite guard services. And also to...
Elite, normal guards.
We are going to bring products which have not been here. I'll give you an example.
Please.
When you get celebs coming to Uganda, some are movie stars, some are international musicians, they come to Uganda. Who provides security to them?
Some of them move with their own security.
You know, the other time I saw Kardashian with her husband.
When they came this side, Kanye West?
Yeah, Kanye West, yeah. Then the other time I saw this movie star, he came here, they went to Windy, you know, they come around in this country. So who provides security for them? Yes, so the state provides security for them. Yeah. But these people, where they come from, they are not guarded by the army or the police. So when they reach here, they find it a little bit strange that they are being
protected by
the army. Yes. Because in the US, in UK, it is the private security services. Yes. But you cannot blame government, because the private sector, security sector, does not have the technology, equipment, and the training that can match these people. So for us, we are building a company that is going to do that. We are even going to have armored cars. Yes, Tayari is going to have armored cars. It is very easy for us to go and pick this tennis star from the airport with our very smart officers in their suits, with communication, in bullet, you know, in armored cars. They are going to Windy. We take them, we bring them, the state can provide the other
additional
which I can't mention here. But it's us who are moving with them. That's the kind of setup.
Yes.
But it is also going to be highly technological. I don't need to put 2 policemen in your house. I mean, I'm sorry I use policemen.
Guards.
Guards in your house. No. Here, I can even take you to our servers.
Yes.
We want to put an alarm system. If you hear anything, if you see anything, you just press an alarm. Here we shall be able to tell house number 1 of Kororo, there is a problem. And we have our patrol car with 6 armed people.
Yes.
In 5 minutes, they will be at your door. So I can get 30, 40, 50 houses.
Yes.
And I don't need so many manpower. No, I only need to put 10 guards on a vehicle with equipment, with radio, with an alarm system.
Yes.
And then would be at your house. And even when we are driving there, we can even call the police. We are answering to an alarm. There is likely to be a problem on house this and this and this and this. So if we call the police, they also come. And that is the kind of security system that Tayari is building. Chijako Chakabi, in 2 years, you will not understand Tayari. You will not understand the Kasingye you are seeing now.
Yes.
I think I wasted a lot of time. That
was going to be my
final question. We would change the security terrain if people knew what they were doing. You know, how can you have a guard that you pay 100,000 a month and you expect this guard to do a good job? So we pay our guards better than what you have on the market there. Yeah, but we want to have the best of the best. You must have discipline. You must be smart. If you meet our scaries, you will see what I'm talking about.
Have you finished recruiting or the process is ongoing?
I am right now. I even put on my Twitter handle.
Yes.
I put an advert.
Yeah.
We want to recruit 50 more. But it is not going. Those ones who think they will come to Tayari to do the kind of things they were doing in other companies, don't even try. Don't come here. Don't come here. Because we shall pay you well. Where they work, we get where we even hire, rent a small house for them to stay in. We can give them some little food. We want them to concentrate on their work. We don't want to meet an askari carrying a gun, putting it here, and then you think he was hunting. This is not going to happen.
Yes.
No. The uniform, you don't know whether it was blue or what, or gray. It is there. Yeah. No, that's not going to happen with us.
Are you already on social media platforms? Have you rolled out as Tayari?
We now have somebody working on our website. Is going to work on our social media handles. They are doing that right now. Okay. And in a few, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, people will be able to deal with us, with even a YouTube channel, so that they can see our services and what we are doing and all that. We are going to be different.
And the TikTok channel?
TikTok so yes. No, I don't think I can be on TikTok.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, but we shall let you know. I'm very sure once the social media pages roll out, you will share on your Twitter platform.
We are going to share that.
If you have any further question that you want to ask Asan Kasingye mwenyini, I think your DM is open.
My DM is always open, yeah.
Slide into the DM.
Yeah.
Ask and you shall be answered. We really appreciate for your time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Henry.
Pleasure is all mine.
Yes.
It's the Deep Talk. Catch you guys next week. Tovao.
The Deep Talk with Mr. Henry.